Hello everyone. So today is the last episode of long series and long days, and today I'll talk about the people who changed my story. So welcome back to week 2 of our series. This week we have talked about teachers, mentors, friends, family, the people who stayed and the people who left but still taught us valuable lessons. Today I want to end this week with a different perspective. What if some of the most important people in our lives are people we haven't met yet? It's a fascinating thought, isn't it? We spend so much time looking back at the people who shaped us that we sometimes forget there are people somewhere in our future who may completely change the direction of our lives. For example, a future mentor, a future friend, a future colleague, a future reader, a future business partner, a future life partner. Someone whose name we don't know today, but whose presence may become one of the most defining chapters of our story. So, today, now let's talk about those people. The beauty of the unknown. When I was younger, I believed that the most important relationships in life were the ones I already had. Family, school friends, teachers, people around me. But as I grew older, I realized something. Life keeps introducing us to new people every year, every season, every phase. And sometimes those people arrive exactly when we need them. Not before, not after, at exactly the right moment. Many of us cannot imagine our lives without certain people today. Yet there was a time when we didn't even know they existed. Did you know that? Well, that's what makes a future beautiful. It contains possibilities we cannot yet see. So, if I talk about the future mentor, I would like to say that think about your journey. Who taught you the lessons that change your life? For me, teachers and mentors played a huge role. But what excites me is knowing that there are still mentors I haven't met. There may be someone whose book I haven't read yet, someone whose lecture I haven't watched yet. And you know what? Someone whose advice may arrive exactly when I need it. So, what I exactly want to say is that growth never stops, learning never stops, and neither do mentors. Sometimes a mentor appears in person, sometimes through a book, sometimes through a podcast, and sometimes through a single conversation. You know what? The future, it's filled with teachers waiting to teach us lessons we don't yet know we need. There's future friend. Friendships are among life's greatest gifts. Some friends stay forever, some stay for a season, and some drift away. And that's okay because life keeps introducing new friendships. I often think about all the people walking through the world today who may become important friends tomorrow. But maybe they live in another city, maybe another country, maybe they are reading the same book I am reading. Maybe they share similar dreams. Maybe they are looking for friendship too. And friendship begins with a simple hello. And that simple hello can change of our lives. And then there is future reader. As a writer, this thought feels especially meaningful. There are readers I haven't met yet, people who may someday pick up one of my stories, read a blog post, listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, and connect with something I have written. Perhaps a sentence helps them. Perhaps a story inspires them. Perhaps they write to tell me how a piece of writing impacted them. I may never meet many of these people, but they can still become part of my journey. Writers and readers share a unique relationship. A story travels farther than the person who writes it. And sometimes, somewhere, a future reader may be waiting. Now, if I talk about the future opportunities, then sometimes people don't just bring relationships, they bring opportunities. Like a future editor, a future publisher, a future collaborator, a future employer, a future client. And one conversation can open doors we never expected. That's why I believe in staying open, being kind, being generous, being professional, being genuine. Because we never know who we are meeting. The person standing in front of us today may become an important part of our future tomorrow. Do you believe that? If yes, then please let me know in the comment section. Because your voice or your opinion really matters. So many people think about the future life partner, some they haven't met yet, or someone they know but haven't yet built a life with. What fascinates me is that every successful relationship begins with strangers. Two people who once knew nothing about each other, and then they start knowing each other and they start getting along with each other. So two people who had separate stories, separate experiences, separate dreams, and then one day their stories crossed paths. A relationship is not just about romance, it's about partnership, friendship, emotions, respect, trust, loyalty, growth, support. So if I talk about the future partner, then I would like to say that it isn't someone who completes us. They are someone who walks beside us while we continue becoming ourselves. And that is a beautiful thought. So why we must stay open? Sometimes life disappoints us. Believe me. There are like many moments in your life that can disappoint you without even your permission. Like people leave, plans fail, dreams change, and we become cautious, like guarded, afraid. But if we close our hearts completely, we also close the door on future possibilities. The people who may bring joy, the people who may inspire us, the people who may support us. So the need who may change our story is the people. Hope requires openness, and openness requires courage. And courage needs timing. And you are supposed to trust the timing of life. One lesson I have learned is that not everything needs to happen immediately. Some friendships arrive later. Some opportunities arrive later. Some relationships arrive later. Some dreams arrive later. And that's perfectly fine. The timing of life is often different from our own plans. What matters is continuing to grow while we wait. Continuing to learn. Continuing to create. Continuing to become the person we are meant to be. Because when the right people arrive, we will be ready for them. So if I want to close my thoughts, then I would like to say that as we conclude week 2, I want to leave you with this thought. Be grateful for the people who shaped your past and cherish the people who are part of your present. But don't forget to remain hopeful about the people waiting in your future. Somewhere out there is a future friend, a future mentor, a future reader, a future collaborator, a future supporter, a future life partner. People whose names you don't know yet. People who may one day become important chapters in your story. And perhaps without realizing it, you may also be one of those future people in someone else's life. So thank you for joining me in this week's journey through the people who changed my story. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments section who is someone you haven't met yet but hope to meet someday. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing that some of the best chapters of your story are still waiting to be written. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you later in the next week.